Good evening, good evening, good evening. To God be the glory. I want to thank God for life, joy, peace, hope, His promise, and everything that I need and so much more. But can I tell you something before we get started? I need you guys to know we got an amazing guest in the building, all the way from Louisiana. She is so amazing, and she's going to help you to optimize your life, get your credit together, get your life together because she's a life coach, she's an author, she's a speaker, she's a teacher. She's so much, and I just can't even name everything that she does. Oh, she's a mother, she's a wife, and so much more. But I need y'all to know something. Do me a favor, like this video, share this video, and make sure you tag somebody that's looking to rebuild their credit, that somebody that wants to optimize their life, their time, and everything else that they have going on. Because I'm telling you, this sister right here, she's a bad mama jamma, and I'm so glad she decided to join little old me today to educate and empower you guys to change your lives. Because I know sometimes in life things can happen, but we gotta dust our shoulders off and pick ourselves back up. So I want to welcome my sister to the show. So y'all give me a moment before I bring her out here. But make sure y'all do me a favor. Tag three of your friends, share this, leave us some comments so that way we can answer some questions, because I know you're going to have those questions like, how can I repair my credit? How can I optimize my life? How can I be a better person tomorrow? Matter of fact, not even wait till tomorrow, but you're going to do it today. So again, I am your host with the most, Coach T, Nicole, coming straight out of Texas. Yeah, I thought I was going to say coming straight out of Pontiac, but nah, I've moved around a little bit. And so now I'm just doing what I was called to do. So I want to welcome you to the Driven Show. And the good thing is about this show, you can take your hats off. You can take off all the makeup. You can take off your shoes and everything else and come as you are, just as natural as you can be, because you don't have to pretend to be anybody else but yourself. So thank you for tuning in. Let me bring my sister to the show. Hey, Latasha, how are you this evening?
I'm good. That was a beautiful introduction. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here today.
Listen, I'm
Thank
so
you for
glad.
having me.
You're so very welcome. Listen, I was so glad that you said, T, I want to be on the show. I was like, you have so much to offer this world, because when I say you have turned it up, like you are, when I tell you, I want y'all to know who this young lady is. That's why I say I got to get her on the show, because she's this beacon of light that's always like shedding her light or showing her light to the world so y'all can see it. So I want y'all to know who she is and what she does. Y'all hear me? So, Latasha, can you tell us where you're from and a little more about you that I haven't said or that I already said?
You said a lot, but I'm gonna repeat it.
Okay.
So I'm Latasha Ramsey Cyprian. I'm from Louisiana. As she was mentioned, I'm a life coach, author. I do credit repair. I teach as well, speak. I work in HR professionally. A mother, a wife. Um, so anything, it seemed like everything that I can do is always to better someone's life. So that's kind of where the name Optimum Life came from, because I'm all about uplifting, optimizing, living your best life. So that's pretty much about it. That sums it up.
But y'all hear that? She said something. Like, when I tell you she's like so humble, like, I don't understand how, if y'all know how important she really is, because like me personally, I'm in a situation in myself, and I've been in this situation for a while, but it's because I was not healed in this area. So the reason why I wanted to bring you on, because so many people have questions about repairing their credit, and they don't know how to go about doing it and who to trust. So can you tell us a little more about repairing your credit and some of the steps that people can take to contact you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, repairing your credit. Credit is everything at this point. Credit is more than having $100,000. Everything we do, it all boils down to what's your credit score. So it's very important that we take care of ourselves and our credit. A lot of times, we can do things on our own. If people have the time, they can repair their own credit. If they don't have time, then that's where I come in to kind of help out. But if you wanted to just repair it on your own, pretty much get a credit report. We can get a free credit report each year. Look over your report, dispute any negative items that are inaccurate, doesn't belong to you. Things that we can do for our credit report also is to pay off credit card bills, pay off bills that are in good standing. They're not in collections. If they're still active, pay them down, keep them at a low utilization. Try not to apply for too many things, that has the hard inquiries, which last 2 years and stays in your credit report for 2 years. And pretty much just have a good mixture. They like to see, people having a credit card, a loan, mortgage. So it's a good mixture. But if you're unable to do it, because it can be very time consuming, one thing I like what you mentioned about who can you trust, because unfortunately the industry is just, there's a lot of people that say they can do something. They promise, they make this promise, say I can take care of this in 30 days. And they don't do it. Pretty much people are paying for a service, then they're not getting the results. So what I like to do, I like to build relationship with my client, because I want you to trust me, because majority of them have used someone else and have, in the end, didn't have a good results. So they're coming to me, and I have to pretty much let them know, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. But I'm always honest upfront. I never make promises. I never guarantee anything that I can't do. But I can be reached far as for credit repair. Right now I'm doing free consultations. On my website, you can book. My website is www.optimumlifecreditsolutions.com. You can book on my website, or you can just give me a call at 1-800-704-8019.
Okay. And all of that information is in our in the link. So y'all make sure y'all connect to her, reach out to her web address, and get those if you have any type of questions, she can answer those questions for you, because like I said, I'm somebody that has been dealing with financial issues because of the trauma, and it's like I don't have no more excuses, because now I have somebody that I can trust. And you said something about collections, because somebody might have questions about collections, so I don't know if you can really talk about it, but when if it's in collections, are you supposed to try to pay it off, or what are you supposed to do when it's in collections?
So if it's in collections, you can call to make a settlement with the collection company. However, the key is to get in writing. You need to find out, if I make this payment, will it be deleted? A lot of times we'll pay on something and it still shows up on your credit report as paid, but it's still there. And when you do that, that doesn't help your score. Sometimes it actually restarts that calculator, and it makes it stay on for an additional 7 years. So the key is, it's called pay per delete. You want to find out, if I make this payment, will it be deleted? If they say yes, get them to send you something in writing, because you don't want them just to tell you yes and then you pay it off and it's still on there. So I always tell my clients, if you're going to pay on something, first call, see if they can delete it, get them to either email you or mail you something in writing. A lot of times you can go on their website. If you make the payment, it'll say, all payments will be deleted. All collections will be deleted within 30 days of making a payment. You just need something in writing before you make that payment. But otherwise, if they're not going to delete it, there's no point in actually paying it off, because it's not going to help your score at all. And it's still going to be in your credit report.
Okay, so I lost you for a couple moments, and I heard majority of it, because you said you want to get it in writing. And what else did you say?
Yes, so you want to call the collection company and find out, before making the payment, if you were to pay on the collection, will they delete it off your credit report? And if they said that they will delete it, get them to send you something in writing saying, yes, once you make this payment, it will be deleted. Otherwise, if you pay on it, it's still going to be in your report. Sometimes it restarts the calculator. It might make it stay on there for an additional 7 years, but it's not going to help your score. And it's still going to show up as a negative item. It's just going to be showing as paid. But the key is, you want it to be removed off of your report altogether.
When I tell you, she just gave y'all some game, some free game, because now that I know that, I'm going to use that to my
Yes.
ability. Not saying I'm trying to get over on anybody,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
because of the simple fact, you don't know because you're not educated. But once you get the education, then you'll know what to do, what to expect. So this is powerful. Listen, Latasha, so do you host any type of classes for credit repair or anything like that?
Yes, so periodically I'll do like a free event where for a lot of times I do for first time home buyers. Next month, I will be meeting with some Girl Scouts and I'll be talking about financial literacy. I'm really excited about that because they'll be with the youth. So from time to time, I do like to give back to the community by doing something about either first time home buying or some type of financial literacy.
So if some of my viewers was like, T, do you think you can host a class with Latasha? Would you be willing to do something like that?
Most definitely, of course, yes.
Listen, so I
Yes.
we believe in sewing back into people. So this class will not be free. I want to say it, and let me tell you why. Because what we're doing is we're going to be able to bless her for speaking, putting back into her, because we believe in planting seeds. So it won't be probably like, but probably like $5 per person, maybe even 10, because we want that to be a love donation to Miss Tasha, because of the simple fact she's taking time out of her busy schedule, and for her to come on the show, we want to be able to bless her. So we want this class to be packed. I would say more, but I want to be able to be responsible for half that cost. So I'm going to ask her how much she's going to charge me, but I'm going to make sure that if you are a viewer and you want to be in that class, I'm going to set up a class. It's going to be a one-time class, unless you decide to have her in your church or you have her in your audience. I mean, not her, your audience, but whatever. If you have a show, if you have a program and you want to book her, it's not going to be that cheap. I'm not going to tell you that, because one thing about this, we got to learn how to sew into people and pay them for what they worth or what they're asking for, because that's so important in any type of business. And so she's given us so much free knowledge today, but I want to do something special for my viewers, because I have people that watch me and support me, but I want y'all to get this information, get this insight. So she'll give us a, like I say, probably like an hour class, and you'll have some substance and some value. And so if you want to do something further with her, because she has a program, I'm a client. I'm a client. So she has a program. So that'll be an additional fee. But Miss Tasha, are you willing to do that for my
Yes,
audience?
I will drop some nuggets and some gems for y'all.
Oh my goodness. And I listen, I wanted to say that. I wanted to do that because I know how critical it is. I'm in a whole new state, and it's like everything is based off your credit. Everything, like even getting an apartment, you gotta have make 3 times the rent. I mean, yeah, 3 times the rent. My day she said you gotta have $6,000. I was like, whoa, what if you don't make that much? But it's just it is what it is. So thank you, Miss Tasha. So another question I got for you. So you said you are an author. Can you tell us some of the projects you worked on so far?
Yeah. So, the very first one for me is how we met was the Coaches Connect that was released in August of last year. That was a first time, we're a best-selling author. So that was my first writing project, and that's how we connected. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm so excited about that one. I still, that was just a great experience, great visionary who just
Mm-hmm.
pretty much just made everything just wonderful.
Yes, she
So that
did.
was, yeah, so that was last
Mm-hmm.
year. For this year, I'm actually working on 4 different anthology projects. I have one called Curse Breaker, History Maker. That should be released sometime next month. Yes, Curse
Yes.
Breaker, History Maker. I'm doing.
Fresh breaker,
Also,
history.
there's another one I'm a co-author on. It's my relationship with God. That that's going to be released sometime next month as well. And then I'm working on co-authoring also a prayer anthology. So I'm doing a prayer about finances. That's going to be my contribution to the anthology. And then another one I'm working on is called Gracefully Broken, Heavenly Restored. That should be out
Mm.
sometime in June. So I'm really excited. I will be able to talk about a lot of things I haven't talked about, but it's very therapeutic for myself. And I know
Mhm.
that someone will be able to relate to my message. So I'm excited.
So as you were talking, I was hearing like you are really a writer. Like I'm looking forward to that day when you say, T, and all your viewers, everybody that's watching, my baby is about to be birthed. And so that's all I'm going to say. And you know what I mean
I
when I
know what
say
you
that.
mean.
So
It's
I'm just
coming.
like, I'm watching, I'm
It's
waiting, and I'm
coming.
praying
Yes.
because you are, when I tell you, you're so amazing. And I need people to see this because you have taken your experience, your life experience, and now you're blessing others. And so I thank you for that. I thank you for that.
Yes.
So you said something about the Girl Scouts. So do you do any other programs with youth to empower them financially?
I am looking this year to really give back to the youth. So I am reaching out to schools. I'm reaching out to high schools, elementary, middle schools, to see if I can come in maybe for like a career day or just to come in and speak and just talk about finances. Because if we can, if we can teach it to our youth, they will be able to, kind of have a better grasp of it once they get older, because
Mm-hmm.
these kids, they're learning, they're sponges, they learn so much and so quickly. Everything else they learn, the TikToks and just everything else. So I want to be
Mm-hmm.
able to want them to learn about finances so that they can, just like I said, graduate high school and be able to, if their parents help set them up successfully, by the time they're in college, they can get a car without being co-signed, or get a home at 21 without needing a co-signer. So that's what I'm really interested in this year. One of my goals is to, partner with a lot of different either schools or different, just different organizations where I can, be more involved with the youth.
I can see it happening, and so make sure you reach out to. I don't know if it's called the ISD for your state, but to the what is it, to like the school boards, because that's sometimes if you can get in that door and talk to the different people at the different school boards, then you'll have that program up and running. So I believe it's beneficial, and a lot of youth can learn from it because they need to know about it now more so than ever.
You're
And
right.
then the way the world is changing. So what else do I have for you? Because it's so much. Oh, so are you a part of any organizations?
Yes, so I'm a part of G100, which is a
Huh?
global,
Mhm.
global organization that you brought me into and you helped introduce me to. I'm so grateful. So thank you for that. It's been life changing for me. So I'm
Mhm.
Louisiana State Chair for G100.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but I'm excited because I get to connect and network with women all over the world. It's just not within my
Mhm.
state, within my country, sisters, just all over. And I wouldn't have had that opportunity, without this connection that I have. So I really, really loving G100, Oneness and Wisdom. Also, for locally, I'm a part of the Tangipahoa Parish Professional Women, which is a local organization. And also, I just recently joined the Black Chambers of Commerce as well. It's local.
Ooh, that's powerful. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Listen, when I tell you you are amazing, like you're connecting to some heavy hitters. And I used to watch what was it? Queen of the South
Uh-huh.
with Blue. The
Yeah.
what was the name of the, oh my goodness, I can't even think of their name right now, but they had the farmland. And so when you was just talking about that, I was like, I wonder if that's if that was based off of real people, because I want to, the Bordelon family. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
You have seen that before. Is
Yeah.
that based
You
off
know
of
why?
real book?
I'm not
Okay.
sure. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to do some research because I need to know. But I love what you are doing, and I can't wait to be able to meet you in person. And I'm just glad that you're doing all of the things that you are doing. So, do you have any advice that you would like to give our audience today about just finances, and
Yeah.
or even about just stepping out on faith and following your heart?
Yeah, definitely. So I always say that mindset is everything. So that, when I'm coaching my clients on credit, I'm also life coaching them because I always try to talk about, I started off with mindset. So what we think is what we believe. So when we think that we can achieve anything, we can overcome any obstacles, that happens. So I like for my clients to just change their way of thinking. Speak positivity. Like speak. You think about the financial affirmations because it is important. Because if you think, well, I'm never going to be successful, or I'm never going to get out of debt, I'm never going to be able to be a homeowner, well, that's probably not going to happen because that's what you're thinking. So
Mhm.
mindset, change that mindset. But I just, the fact of, let's break these generational curses. It does not, we do not have to continue with what we knew growing up. We can stop it, and we can also stop it for our children, our nieces, nephews, our grandkids. Just because sometimes we think, well, my mama did this or my daddy did this. Well, that doesn't mean that that's what you have to do. We
Right.
need to
Right.
change the way we think, and let's rewire our thinking as well. But also just having that faith and just having that time, just to give God the time, if it's in the morning and at night, throughout the day, because there's so many things that we are grateful for and that we need to show gratitude for. And,
Mhm.
and not get caught up in everyday living. We need to just stop, breathe, pause, reset,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Mhm.
just say, wow, thank you, God, for this. Thank you, God, for that. Even when you're having a bad day, it could be worse. It could, because there's
Mhm.
somebody out there doing worse. Um, so I'm just filled with just gratitude. I am glad that I'm in a position to where I'm able to help people make life changing decisions, with it being finances or life or just learning a new language or just anything like that. It's just, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. And that's why I try to pour into people, because people have poured into me. And it's just my way of just trying to make the world a better place. If we all help each other, because we need help. We can't do it alone. People think that,
Mhm.
oh, I need it. I don't need any help. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So we need to just remember that, just because someone looks like they're not going through anything, they could be really broken inside. So
Mhm.
take the time to just talk to someone. How are you doing? That question itself goes a long way. How are you doing? Is there anything I can
Mhm.
help you with?
Mm.
Yeah, girl, let me
Wow.
see, because I'll start preaching the whole sermon up here.
But you know what? Sometimes that's what they need to hear, the
Yeah,
whole sermon, because sometimes we just want to give them a little bit the baby food. No, they
yeah.
need the baby food, the meat, and everything else.
And
Because
potatoes.
potatoes, yep, the carrots, the rice, all of that. So I'm so glad that you said that, because you're hitting on so many topics. And I want to say something, because I don't know if we really talked about it, but what brought you to this point to help people with their finances?
Just when COVID hit, I just had downtime to where I was able to, because I've been doing credit for years. I was just doing like my family members and myself. But when COVID hit, I just saw where people were losing money because they lost their job, losing family members. Just it was the unknown. Within the first couple of months, people didn't know what was going to happen. So I was like, okay, I'd always known that credit is important. I, of course, I went through a period of time where I really didn't care. Like, oh, I'm 19, it don't matter. But then, bam, you wake up, you're 40, so it
Right.
doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, just I knew that I needed to do something that could be really impactful. Like I said, it was just the first couple of months of the COVID was like, it was, nobody knew what was going to happen. You know,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to just find a way that if I could just help one person, you know, one person here, one person there with their finances, I knew that that would definitely, make just make a difference in their life. So
Mm.
COVID pretty much really just got me thinking, like, what can I do? How can I give back?
Well, I'm glad you was obedient to the call, because that's what it, I mean, a lot of people struggle in those areas. So like being a life coach and then putting the credit piece in there is so vital. It's detrimental to people's life, health, their mental state. And so I'm so glad, because when I tell you, and I know this show is not about me, but somebody somewhere is watching this video and they are just about to throw in the towel. They just like, I can't make it. How can I come out? Guess what? You have Latasha right here today. She's telling you exactly what you can do and how you can do it. And I want to be an advocate for her, because I am in a situation, but I'm not the old me. I would have threw in the towel a long time ago, but because I have a Tasha in my life, I'm not giving up. I have a lot of different people in my life, but I want to talk to the viewers. And again, it's not about me, but once you know better, you do better. Like you've probably done this before where you got your credit together, because when you up and
Yeah.
you don't see anything else. But guess what? We can fall too.
Yes, we
We
can.
can fall.
We can.
But we have these people in our lives. So Latasha, for anybody that's like, they might be in they might be in Michigan, they might be in Florida, they might be in another state. Can you help individuals around the
Yes,
USA?
yes, I can. All over, all over.
Mm,
If someone, if they maybe want to start off with credit coaching, they might say,
mhm.
"Well, I'm not really ready to get started on my finances right now, but can you just help me with the budget, or help me with setting up for the future? I mean, how can I save?" I can help them as well, so I can help them with the program, which is the credit restoration program, fixing their credit report and increasing their scores. But I can also coach them on just important pieces of finance. It could be, like I said, budgeting, or, coming up with a savings plan that will work for them. I can do that as well. So, yes, all around the world, I can help someone.
I love that. And not only that, she said the credit coaching, the all of that good stuff, but she helped businesses too. Let's talk about that for a moment, because there's some businesses. I mean, I'm just saying, Latasha, I'm just gonna be transparent, because I opened a business and really didn't even know that. I didn't know too much about the business credit aspect. So if you could just hit on it just for a moment, because
Yes,
I ain't
yes.
gonna make it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I also help businesses. I can actually help formate business formation. So if you want to start a business, I can help you get set up through the state, the legal way, because sometimes people think just because they have an LLC and an EIN number that that's it. But there's so much more to being set up the right way than just having that certificate and the EIN number. So I can help them get set up with the business formation. Also can help them get started their business credit, because you definitely want to keep your personal credit and your business credit separate. You don't want, because if someone comes to sue you personally, you don't want them to be able to get anything that's dealing with your business. So it's always best to keep it separate. Once you establish that business credit, you're able to get vehicles in your business name, home in your business name, loans. There's it's a different life once you're able to get that business credit set up. And it's just like your personal credit. You want to get it set up and you want to take care of it, because it opens the door. You don't have to spend your money. You can spend OPM, other people's money. So so definitely, if you're a business owner, you're wanting to get started, establishing your business credit, I can help. Or if you want to open a business and you don't know what you need to do, how to get it formed the right way, I can help with the business formation piece as well.
Listen, she made me stand up. I had to stand up and go for a walk, because see, Latasha be holding on. So she was holding on for the last
I
minute to get
forgot
this
about that.
information.
I forgot I did
Listen,
that.
I didn't, because I need people to realize something, because I'm a small business owner right now and I've been in business since 2017. And so I want to talk about it because nobody really told me and educated me on this part. Like they talked, but they didn't
Yeah,
tell me how
yeah, yeah.
important and detrimental it was, because that was my situation. Like I was in the negative because I was using my personal
Hmm.
versus the business. So the thing is, this piece right here is very detrimental to somebody's life, livelihood, their health, their peace of mind. So Latasha, when I get off this call with you, I'm actually going to set something up, because what I want to do is, me and you are really going to do an event, but I'm going to do my coaching style. But I need
Hmm.
for us to do this part right here with the business, because I have so many people that I'm connected to that starting a business, that's in business, and they trying to figure it out. And I'm like, I can only tell you what I know,
Yeah.
but you are the expert in this field. So I'm going to get with you. We're going to figure out some things, and then we're going to host this event, and we're not going to put it off to the side no more. So I'm going to get with you later this evening.
Sounds good. And also I have a do-it-yourself ebook for business owners as well, if they want to, you know, follow the steps. It's a
Mm-hmm.
blueprint. It tells you what you need to do, the different tiers, to also get that business credit established as well. Also have a do-it-yourself for personal credit as well, ebook available as well.
How much is that book for the for the credit?
Yeah, so for the business credit, it is on sale right now for $24.99 for to
Mm-hmm.
establish your business credit, and also have a do-it-yourself to do for your personal credit if you want to just give it a try, just to learn about it. That's on sale right now for $19.99.
Okay. So, and then how can people get it?
Yes, so I'll put my information. I have a online library that they can just go and and I have different things. I have children's ebooks as well. I have budget planners, manifestation planners, just all different. You know, if you want to, for first time home buyer planners as well. So I will provide that website, and they can just go on there and just kind of view the different ebooks that I have available.
Latasha, this has been refreshing to me. Like you done lit a fire under me, because this is so needed in our community. Our community,
Yes.
seriously. So, is there anything else you want to tell our viewers, and tell them how they can connect to you, even though the information is posted? I still
Mhm.
want to hear. I want them to hear you say it as well.
Yeah, so I just want to just end with, don't be ashamed. You know, a lot of times people they're scared to come to me because they're like, I'm embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Bad credit will not fix itself, is what I tell everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No judgment, because I at one point had bad credit. I repaired it, and it took me about 2 years to repair it. But I told myself, God willing, once I got my credit to where I wanted it to be, I was going to do whatever I need to do to make sure I didn't go fall back into, where it was, because it does take time to rebuild. But you have to start somewhere. And then a lot of times people say, "Well, it's expensive," but it really it's
It's
not.
not.
Whenever we when
Mm-mm.
we buy, we pay for what we want. You know, look at it as an investment for your future. It's an investment in yourself. You're going to get the best return of interest when you pay for yourself. Something that you're going to save thousands of dollars by less interest if you have a better credit score. You know, you don't have to, you can walk into a car dealership and tell them, I want this, with no money down. But if you have bad credit, they're going to show you the used car section, and then they're going to hit you with that high interest rate. So don't be ashamed. Don't put it off. Stop putting things off. We need to stop doing that. That's, like I said, days turns into weeks, into years. Take care of yourself. Again, my website is www.optimumlifecreditsolutions.com. You can follow me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Optimum Life Credit Solutions. I like to, give different tips, credit tips every once in a while. So it's very helpful information I like to provide. Again, call me at 1-800-704-8019. So yeah, my personal Facebook page is Latasha Ramsey Cyprian. Send me a friend request. I'd love to connect. But definitely don't put it off, and take care of yourself, because once you open up the door to getting your credit repaired, it's going to change, like everything is going to be different. It's going to be less stressful financially as well. Definitely will be less stress.
I thank you for this conversation
Thank
and
you
this
for having me.
education. You're welcome. Like, this was educational for not only me but for my viewers. I look. I got some from this today. This, when I say this one hit home, this hit home for me. And so I love you, Latasha, and
Love
I
you
thank God for
too.
you. Listen, so I'm not gonna keep you much longer, but thank you for just coming to be with us on today.
I am so thankful and so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for having me.
You're so very welcome. Well, guys, we'll see you later and tune in next Wednesday, same time, same place. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.